Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store. As it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Chicago Bears. On the Browns sideline, there you see head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys have really been struggling. Just 2 wins over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Again, they turn to 4th. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game: 15 carries, 89 yards.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Bears at 9-4 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Browns territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
To the air, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Pass caught by Burden. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flag for Swift. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about certain, and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
Review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Here's Williams. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game.
That's to Moore. He's got it. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes... A 7-3 lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. The Browns offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready, set. Ready.
Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Watson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
To throw is Watson. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Come on.
Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this. Next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw, it's Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep is DJ Chark. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Looked like you might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
Fake of the jet sweep, and now play action for Watson. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. That's caught left side by Judy. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the Browns, first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Browns.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Yeah, able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends.
Here we go.
On the ground is Ford. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's third down and inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, coconut.
They run with Ford. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Watson now to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Now it's Watson. He gets this one to Boyd. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Okay, ready. Good.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Well, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Throwing is Williams. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. And that nearly intercepted. But a free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again here, Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime
Our trip
report.
around the
Scott.
NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on Miami. And it's the veteran Aaron Rodgers. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. He's got the connection to Moore.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run wide.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 38-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Martinez. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Bears 1st down.
And now an audible here into something else. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
2nd and 10. Watson. He completes it to Boyd. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hand.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. This is 4, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
They'll try the left side. Ford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready? Gravity lying. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Ready?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Get it.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a couple of the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it all. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally throw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a two-point game. A good one so far. Here's second and 10. To the air. Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, set.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Taking it about the 16. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And it's Hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Up the middle they go. It's Martinez. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Martinez. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. To throw, Williams. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are right back in this football game. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They juked him. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Watson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Watson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Browns first down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw, it's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the playback? Right now, they're executing really well.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Martinez. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Throwing is Williams. And pass complete to Moore. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
What's up?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
What's up?
Back to throw. Williams. That's to the tight end, Wiley. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down by 9. 2:21 the time left. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Watson now to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's 4. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still.
Here we go.
1st and 10 here.
Catch the Eagles. Go.
Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Watson. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
What is up?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Chicago, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns,